Hello and welcome to this another video, and this time I'm talking about the Genos, and I want to tell you why for me this is the keyboard that I have settled with and very happy with, and frankly I don't think I can beat it. For those of you who do know me, you'll know that I've had pretty much every instrument going out there, from Korg through to Yamaha, through to Verzi, through to Bohm. I've had everything, literally. And the thing that I keep coming back to with Yamaha is their ecosystem. The whole thing that when you buy a Yamaha, you're not just buying a box, you're buying a loyalty, a brand where clients, customers are loyal. They love their products and they support their products and they make things for their products. And with the Genos, this is what makes this keyboard utterly wonderful. And because there's so much content for it, the companies that are out there making styles, they don't make rubbish. They make great styles. I mean, for example, we've got quite a few here. This is one from Do Styles. Forever in Blue Jeans, and this is a style. So when you get your keyboard, you get access to all of the styles that are in the instrument and all the voices. So yeah, you're set, you're off. And for probably 4 or 5 months, you'll spend that time going through the rhythms, the styles, and exploring, going into things like rock and country and easy listening and all that stuff. And then that's when the rot sets in. Because for most, and certainly for me, to sit and keep going back to the same style but playing a different song using that style starts to get very, very boring. And I'll be honest, this is one of the reasons why I looked at the Ketron, because I like the idea that with the Ketron event, and pretty much the previous model as well, they have this launch pad system where you can create a style from nothing. So effectively you can go in and say, well, I want the guitar from here, I want the bass from here, I even want a vocal live phrase from here, and you can build your own rhythm. And the rhythm and the thing that companies need to get around their little heads is the engine for the style is what makes people buy these things. It's how they sound, how they are flexible, and how expandable they are. Because I'll admit, if I had this Genos now, and I've had it 5 years and loved every minute of it, but if I'd got only the content in the Genos, this would have gone. And this would have gone 6-7 months after buying it, because you get bored of having the same rhythms. And this is a problem. The keyboard has a lot of great styles, don't get me wrong, and of course you can go in and you can change parts in them and you can make them your own, but everybody is looking for the next song. And to have a keyboard where you can say, okay, I want to find a rhythm that will suit Forever in Blue Jeans or Patricia even. I can go to a website called Do Styles. I can type in, there's thousands of songs, and I can type in a song. It's 99% of the time the song is there. I can pay for it and download it and load it. And then for Patricia, all I do, you've got the rhythm for the actual song. Or if I wanted to play Silent Running, and the thing that Yamaha needs to get their head around is the fact that these companies are keeping Yamaha alive, because Yamaha seem to have stopped manufacturing any additional styles that would become available free, or even pay for, to be fair. Do and a few others. I've found another one recently, in actual fact, but the site, when I was watching the video as to how you play the style, he was playing some very bizarre chord sequences, and you had to play the sequence to get the intro. So I thought, no, that's not for me. So these companies are literally keeping you interested in Genos, and Yamaha should be so grateful to these companies, because otherwise I would have got bored of this. And having had Genos for longer than any other keyboard, because of course with the whole pandemic, Yamaha haven't put out their flagship as early as we hoped that they would, and I'm so keen to see what they come up with. I really am, because with the Yamaha, they always come out with something that's wonderful, and it's always perfect. It always works out of the box, and it's always spot on. So I'm interested to see what they come up with Genos 2. But for those of you who have got your trusty Genos at home still, and who have maybe bought a Genos, new or second hand recently, you have access now to one of the biggest environments to create new content or add new content. Because with companies like Do and other various companies out there that will make, I mean, this is in no way an advert for Do, because I pay for everything myself. I don't have anything free from them. I have no connection to them. But what I'm saying to you is, without them, this would have got very boring very soon. And there's some really great styles out there. Things like Those Were the Days. Listen to this. Good, isn't it? And this is just I think it's about £6. And they do create some great stuff. So do have a look. But Do isn't the only company out there that's doing this sort of thing. And you can easily access lots of new sounds, new voices. All you need to do is just do a search on Google. Type in either sound pack or style pack or anything that you're looking for your Genos. And it creates this whole new level of playing, because you're adding things that maybe Dave doesn't have, but you've got, and you're creating the song that's unique to you. So it has this real sort of feel of community, and that's what Yamaha have actually ended up building. I don't know whether they know this or whether they are, I'm sure they must do, because obviously they're not stupid. But they have created this, it's like the brand loyalty that Apple customers have. You know, if Apple bring out a new watch, they're there. Everybody buys one. And no matter what they do, they'll always buy another one. And the same as with Yamaha. I mean, I know so many players who've got Genos, which is top of the range. I mean, don't forget, it's about $4,500. Genos is not a cheap keyboard, and yet I know people who own these that can hardly play Three Blind Mice. But it's the elitism of having a top of the range instrument and feeling part of this Yamaha community, which is just brilliant. There's forums, there's groups. It's a very supportive community, and it's nice that members share music. I mean, there's lots of places. If you type in Yamaha keyboard player or Yamaha keyboard enthusiast, there's whole groups on the internet. There's even, I mean, Facebook has a fabulous Yamaha Genos club, Genos Owners. If you search Yamaha Genos Owners, the guy that runs the page, called Terry, he runs a really great group, and there's members from all over the world posting performances using their Genos. So if you're on Facebook, have a look at that group. Really, really recommend it. But yeah, so going back to my whole sort of opening comment was to why I like the Yamaha and why I'm sticking with the Genos, is the fact that nobody's bought anything. This is 5 years old. And there are new keyboards that have arrived on the market, and don't get me wrong, I do admit to liking the sound and the features that the Catron event offers. The fact it can be personalised again to a different level, but for me the sounds are just really good. It's a nice keyboard, but that's a brand new keyboard, and I'm still sat here with a 5-year-old Genos that gives the Catron a fair. I wouldn't say one's better than the other. I would say they're on an even keel. So when the Genos 2 comes out, only God knows what it's going to do, because the keyboard is 5 years old. This is an old keyboard, but it still sounds as good as anything out there on the market now. So Yamaha, when they launch Genos 2, I will be absolutely intrigued to see what they come up with, because if they can top this, and this is still at the moment, I would say in a tiered system, I would say this is at the top with the Catron, and then everything else is below. This is still great after 5 years. If Yamaha are going to top this, then I can't see anything getting even close, because other manufacturers are now going to be looking at keyboards to launch new products in maybe 3-4 years. So what you've got now is what you've got for 3 or 4 years. Whereas Yamaha are going to be, well, I say going to be, I don't know. Yamaha are reported to be having something coming out of the stable soon. So we will watch with very excited eyes and see what comes out. But this is 5 years old. I can't believe that it's been out for so long, and I don't bore of this. I don't get tired of it. It's been in different configurations, because this has the ability to be made into an organ, so you can have a lower keyboard and a set of pedals, which I'm actually going to reconfigure and redo, because again it gives you more scope in terms of playing 2 levels, so I can assign my lower onto a different keyboard and have strings on the lower, and the pedal will also then have the ability to dictate the bass line or play the bass line. So it opens up a whole new world. But anyway, I just wanted to sort of have a little bit of a chit chat about this, because every day I sit at it, literally every day. I'm never away from this thing. It's become probably my most seen member of the family. So I actually spend more time here than I do at my office desk. But that's because I enjoy playing it. I enjoy using it. It's very easy to navigate, and I don't understand anybody who's got a Tyros 5 and says that that's better, because it's just rubbish. It's not. The only thing that I will say on the Tyros 5 is maybe the build quality is better, because it weighs a lot more. But then again, the advantages of having this so light means I can pick it up, put it in a bag, and carry it anywhere without having to have a shoulder replacement, because it is portable. It's very, very portable. So it's one of those things where you think, it's not as built well as the Tyros 5. The Tyros had a flippy screen and lots of heavy bits. This I can pick up with one hand. That's how light it is. So if you are looking for an instrument, maybe you're looking to change at this point and thinking, well, maybe I'm tired of my old Tyros or my other keyboard, have a look for a second-hand Genos. You really will not, and I mean this, you will not be disappointed. I wouldn't go paying an awful lot of money for one. I certainly wouldn't be paying for a second-hand Genos about $3,500, which is what I've seen some of them at. I would say the good price for this is probably about $2,500 to $2,000 if you find one. Again, there are people that have got them for even less than that. So $2,500, I would sort of say that's my limit. That's as much as I would pay for a second-hand Genos. If there's one in a box brand new, then that's a different story. But if it's a second-hand one, that's what I would be expecting to pay. So I hope you're enjoying the videos that I'm posting so far of the Genos and showing you the features and the sounds and things it can do. And I hope you really do enjoy what it does, and I'd be interested in your comments. If you've got anything to say about this keyboard, tell us. And also, if you've got one of these and you think, this really would benefit from having this or having that, then again, leave a comment. Tell us what you would like to see on the Genos 2. Because Genos 2 is going to be appearing soon, I'm sure. And when it does, maybe it'll have what you want. I was very skeptical about this thing when it first appeared. I thought, oh, this is just a gimmick. This is nothing else but a gimmick. But I've got to say, I've grown to really like this. It's very, very handy to check levels, to quickly change volumes. I've never used one of these in all the years I've owned it, I've got to say that. The dials, I will not touch. I think they feel cheap and blah. If they'd had some sort of a ratchet system behind them, so you could actually feel the click, or maybe if it was just a continuous pan pot, whereas you could dial and use it to dial, because of course they're limited. But these, yeah, this is really useful. These I could do well without. Don't even need to have those on there. Again, give me some feedback. Tell me what you use the buttons for, what you actually do like and what you don't like about this keyboard. But the whole point about it is it's 5 years old and it still sounds, to my mind and to my ears, the best on the market. What do you think? Tell me. Let's have a chat about it. Okay, until next time, take care, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching the videos and supporting the channel. If you haven't clicked subscribe, please do, because that helps me to get the videos seen and get more subscribers, which is always the good part about YouTube. All right, look after yourselves, and thank you.